What's the worst thing to softly touch you?
Human skin.
I was like, damn, I guess that skin has gotta be rough around his butt. Chris Boy is having a good time in the other dimension, and he's enjoying time with his family and Gunn's wife. His dad takes some photos with some kids who are fans, then Gunn's wife gets them in the photo, and their damn faces melt! Why did their faces melt? Is it a sign to show that everything is gonna go to crap? Probably. Since Gunboy wrote this and directed it, I gotta be more critical on this one. The gang head to Vigilante's home. They meet up with Vigilante's mom, and he wasn't wrong about her being a biatch. She's just running her damn mouth. And of course, Lee gives his mom a hug, and she says Vigilante doesn't bring any friends over, and when he says, "Don't follow me," she keeps following him and rambling on. You know, at least she does tell the truth about what Vigilante has been telling her about John being a dork, obviously. John the big dork. And damn, Vigilante's mom is just an absolute savage to embarrass her son. Then she talks to Gunn's wife, saying how sorry she is if Vigilante hurt her. I was like, what did Vigilante say to his mama? Then he clearly fabricates a story that him and Gunn's wife were together, and he had to ditch her because she's a damn 304. God damn, Vigilante saying all this types of shit. And then he tells his mom to fuck off. The absolute disrespect he has for his mother. But in a way, it is her house, so she can do whatever the fuck she wants. One thing I will say, at least she's honest. You just get to that point in your life and you're like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Then Vigilante just continues to lie and make up some other shit to cover his lame ass lies.
Yeah, like I'm slutty.
Well, yeah, after basing it in truth.
Well, you know, at least he's got to throw some truth in there. They go into his room and he's got drugs and money from all the busts he's been doing. Lee says, "Why are you broke?" And he's like,
"It's blood money, you crazy?"
And then they're just filling their damn pockets. And honestly, I can't really blame them. I'd probably do the same. If you got blood money sitting around, hey, you know, it's not getting used, you might as well do some good with it, you know? Come on, Vigilante. Vigilante Boy isn't all there, it seems, because he's probably thinking about getting pegged by Cena Boy. They open a door and he's got all these damn beanie stuffies in here. And I'm like, damn, I'm not really surprised. I'm more surprised that he didn't have it filled with a bunch of baby oil for Diddy's parties. Lizzo Girl sets up the dimension portal thingy at the door, and for a moment I thought they were gonna have like this big sonic boom, and then boom! But it was definitely a less of a shockwave this time than with Cena Boy. And now they got icing sugar all over them, and they're all mad because he didn't want to flush the drugs down the damn toilet because of the damn alligators! Does this guy really care about goddamn alligators? I don't know, maybe he does. It seems like he does anyway. Through the dimension portal they go. And Vigilante was like, want me to give you some alligator facts? And they're like, hell nah. It's not like the facts are gonna be right anyway. He doesn't know shit about alligators. Now they're looking for Cena Boy's door so they can enter his dimension and get him back. Bird Blindness Dude comes in to tell Frank Grillo that Gunn's wife and John are MIA and they can't find Cheeto Boy either. Rick Flake wants to think alone and Bird Blindness just joins him and he's like, nah, why are you sitting here, you dumbass? Of course, Bird Blindness Dude would do this shit. He always likes doing some weird ass shit. And Gunn loves writing this damn shit. And then he's like, I'm gonna go meet a prisoner. And we can all kind of guess who that's gonna be because they gotta be familiar with dimension and portal thingies. Lizzo finds the helmets and the door. Vigilante helps with knowing Chris's dad's code, and it's all goody. And they head into that dimension, and they walk in, and they don't even bother closing the door or anything. Yeah, nobody's gonna know shit here. Lee says Chris killed his doppelganger, and Vigilante is like, yeah, I know, I helped him incinerate the corpse. Yeah, well, it seemed like he had an absolute blast doing that shit. Oh man, Vigilante is all types of fucked up. Then Keith Boy comes in and they all hide and she's like, oh, I just took a shit. Is that the only excuse that she could come up with is, I took a rancid ass shit and that's it? That's all you could think of? She could be like, I was just jerking off, whipped out my cocker and stuff, since she wants to be a dude. And then he's like, I thought you and Chris were supposed to be together. Then she tries making excuses about getting dropped off and wanting her to pick up a goddamn snow globe. Then he's like, you heading to Argus? And she's like, yeah, let's go together. And Lizzo is like, no, don't do that. And she's like, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna go anyway. John kinda loses it, and Vigilante wants to stay and find out more amazing things about this dimension. Lee is like, no, we gotta get Gunn's wife and Cena boy back. Vigilante is just interested in seeing his other dimension self. He doesn't give a shit. I just find it weird how all the dudes are kind of weak pussies in here, and Lee's the only smart one with any common sense. I just thought, why? Why would you do that? Shouldn't John be the more rational one instead of being a complete weakling? Yes, things are weird, but why are you such a pussy about it? But then Lee Girl's like, I'm a strong, independent queen. Chris and Gunn's wife are sitting in bed together, and why does she have a top on? Didn't they just bang or something? Like, come on, Gunn, give us the goods. We know you like your wife banging someone else and you're sitting in the corner watching. We all know this. So you might as well just show us the goods as well. Then Vigilante sees a car and dips into the bush. And why is he doing that? Does he not want to get seen or something? I just thought that was really silly in a way. Gunn's wife and Keith head into Argus, and the dogs start barking at her, and it only does that if they got icing sugar on you. And then Cena boy walks in and then sees her. Vigilante goes to his house and he's having a good time, and his
That's not gay here.
then he goes to his room and his keys work to open the room. And then he meets himself and he has an absolute blast. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Gunn wrote a scene where they actually butt fuck each other. Cause Gunn loves writing butt fucking. I don't know why, but he loves that shit. John and Lee wait out at Cena Boy's place. They hear Eagly and he's making a damn mess and wants a damn bologna. What is with Eagly eating damn bologna? Does he just love bologna? Rick Flag meets up the biggest baldy boy ever. And of course he meets up with Lex. We just kind of figured that. He's the only one that really knows anything about these dimension portal thingies and his damn fucking monkeys. He loves that shit. We just know Gunn is the monkey here though. Then Baldy Boy talks about how he watches the cellmates. You know, I'm starting to think Gunn just loves butt fucking now. This might be his favorite thing ever. He might actually like doing it. He might actually just like to be a part of it as well. Or he might actually like to see his wife get the good old pegging in the butt. Baldy says he's got 265 years in this place, and he knows he's gotta love that, because obviously he loves the butt fucking. Then Rick Flag is like, I can move you to another prison so you don't see any more butt fucking. He mentions a dimension portal that Peacemaker has, and he needs to find it. Baldy Boy offers him a scanner that can find this dimension portal thingy, and he's like, what's in it for me? And Gorilla Boy says, a chance at redemption. Cena and Gunn's wife talk, and he says, why are you here? And she's like, to get you back. And that she didn't double cross him, and she was trying to save his life from that cyborg bitch. Chris says his letter was heartfelt, and she's like, that's a bunch of bullshit. And it's literally two people who are just sexually frustrated and want to get it on. They might as well start butt fucking. He brings up the damn boat again, and he wants to ask her what the fuck it was. And I still think it's an orgy. Or it might just be some more butt fucking. I don't know how long this butt fucking is gonna go, but it seems to be a lot of butt fucking in here. Then he says, what about you and Rick Flag? And she's like, he wasn't my boyfriend. He was just some good cocking her. Cena Boy says he's in love with her, and she's like, I'm a fucking nightmare. And he's like,
I don't care.
well, maybe you should care, homie. She's like the biggest red flag ever. Masculine as shit. She's got so much goddamn trauma, you wouldn't want to even touch her with a 10-foot pole. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised she doesn't have a bunch of tattoos. I'm still surprised. To me, it just seems like she has too much trauma from Chad, and Cena Boy isn't going to be able to deliver the Chad Thundercock. Then she's like, damn, and starts crying. Boo-hoo! Looks like Grillo and Masculine Chick are working with Baldy Boy, and he's getting transferred to a less fruitcake prison. Well, at least he's probably gonna enjoy the less butt fucking. Vigilante and Vigilante talk about facts that they know, and he's like,
What's the worst thing to softly touch you?
Human skin.
I was like, damn, I guess that skin has gotta be rough around his butt fucking. Is the butt fucking ever gonna end? Dimension Vigilante says he hates Peacemaker in this world and that he joined the Sons of Liberty, and the right vigilante is like, yo, what the shit? Lizzo girl is like, damn, it's time to take a walk outside, and she looks at a white person and she gets the dirtiest look ever. John just minding his damn business, and Cena boy's dad walks in and he's like, shit. Dimension Gunn's wife walks into Argus, then Cena boy and Gunn's wife walk, and she's like, it seems kind of weird here. Keith driving back home sees Lee and slams on his brakes. Then Gunn's wife tells Cena she hasn't seen a single person of color. Really? She hasn't seen one person of color? Is that like what you do when you walk outside? You're like, damn, where'd the color folks at? I guess Gunn wants to go down this weird path about race and shit, but I guess it makes sense in a way. There just can't be a dimension that's normally just fucked up. Like, it's gotta be one that doesn't like colored folks. Keith is like, a black one got out, and he's like honking on his damn horn, and then they're all chasing Lizzo. And I'm like, damn, at least she's getting a good workout now. Cena boy sees the American flag and it's got a Nazi symbol on it. And of course it does. You just gotta do that. That's a world without colored folks. Gunn's wife is like, this is your perfect world, huh? And he's like, you're goddamn right it is! This is the best fucking world ever! He's like, damn, I fit in with all my brothers. Then John tries to escape, and Cena boy's dimension dad is like, nah, and stabs his hand with a knife, and he says he's from another dimension and that his Peacemaker got the old bye-bye turn it off. Then Gunn's dimension wife says, arrest that chick as that isn't her. Then we see Lizzo gain some exercise for once, and she's getting chased by all them damn whiteys. And I think this episode was better than the previous episode, and some actual shit went down. We actually got to know more about this dimension. And I guess obviously the next episode is gonna explore more of that and see what crazy Nazis these are. But overall, it's almost at the end of the season and not much has really taken place. There's just some trauma bullshit and this goddamn boat and this dimension thing. And that's really it. There's no like bigger plots or anything. There's just nothing really there. It just feels like vanilla ice cream. And what is this gonna do when it ends? Not much? Or is it just, hey, we got more portal shit going on? And it's also interesting why Grillo Boy wants this dimension portal thingy so goddamn bad. Like, what does he want to do with it? Does he want to find his son in another dimension or some shit? Maybe that's what he's got to do. That's the one thing that kind of just bothers me. It's just, there's nothing really going on. It's like the same old shit. Like, I probably won't remember this season at all. I'll just be like, yeah, they had a bunch of orgy scenes. And butt f***ing. Don't forget the butt fucking in here. If you guys like this video, why not subscribe and run like Lizzo to my videos here?